the girl get her peach grazed by a pickle. Moira, a Lindbergh Academy violinist, performs Tartini's Devil's Trill in a practice room. Inside, strange symbols mark the walls. A ringing grandfather clock cuts off her music. The sky shifts yellow, pulling her, as if hypnotized, to the balcony. She jumps off, crossing a line. Then, twin sisters Juliet and Vivian grow up with classical piano as their shared jam. Juliet is annoyed, unable to focus during practice. Vivian interrupts, searching for her music sheet, but she cannot find it. Juliet walks downstairs, her focus broken by her parents' small gathering. A guest congratulates Juliet on Juilliard, but the words are meant for Vivian, who actually got in. Moments later, their parents drive them both to a musical boarding school. Vivian's off to meet her boo, Max. Meanwhile, Juliet gets ghosted by Juilliard, but her dad's all, honey, life's about more than just being the main character. At a solemn assembly honoring the late Moira, Principal Gordon declared the music showcase would proceed in her memory. To Vivian's quiet delight, this meant new tryouts for the concerto, as the soloist position was now unexpectedly vacant. Later, the sisters joined friends Max and Alexis. Alexis, sharing dark rumors, described Mad Moira's strange symbols carved into the walls, hinting at her odd behavior before her mysterious fall from the third story. Max adds, Moira was ambidextrous. Juliet considers her a brilliant student, finding it odd the competition continues despite her death. Juliet and Vivian speak at the Coveys. Vivian challenges Juliet about her music, saying she can change the piece if she wants. Juliet explains her teacher, Roger, won't allow last-minute changes, yet Vivian pushes her to follow her passion. During their chat, Juliet sees Vivian ignore a call from an unknown number. Later, Vivian leaves, and Juliet finds Moira's notebook, choosing to keep it. Juliet, with Roger, asks to swap her Mozart. She wants Saint-Saëns' second piano concerto, the same one Vivian is playing. Roger advises her to keep Mozart, not backing her choice. Leaving, Juliet sees Dr. Kask teaching Vivian the same concerto. Watching Dr. Kask, the school's best, Juliet quickly writes her own music in envy and submits it to him. She practices Saëns well into the night. Leaving her practice, Juliet hears Devil's Trill. Drawn by the sound, she follows. It stops just as she steps into the room where Moira died. Behind a curtain, she finds a carved sun symbol on the wall, matching Moira's notebook. Inside that same notebook, a poem reveals a Faustian pact. She plays the music from the notebook. Dr. Kask, to her surprise, calls it Tartini's Devil's Trill, then leaves. Juliet keeps reading, discovering drawings that show steps toward her goal, but the final page is missing. The next day, Vivian knocks, reminding her they are late for the audition. Juliet's period hits. Vivian's playful tease quickly turns to comfort, seeing her distress. But in the auditorium, waiting, Juliet's anxiety spikes, triggering a panic attack. She races to the bathroom for her medication. Her eyes find Moira's journal. She impulsively swallows 3 pills at once. She returns to watch Vivian's performance end, thrilling the crowd. When her moment comes, Juliet surprises everyone by performing Salsa, the very piece Vivian just danced. As she dances, Juliet slips into a dream, seeing the crowd rise for her. Her dream self smirks. Principal Gordon's voice pulls her awake. He kindly tells her she passed out right after her performance. Back in class, Juliet mistakenly opens Moira's notebook. Inside, she sees a drawing, a woman holding 3 circles, clearly the pills. For a second, the circles pop with color, then go back to plain. Wilkins sees her progress, tells her to keep going. Juliet then tries to apologize to Vivian for doing the same piece. Vivian, clearly hurt, accuses her of jealousy and trying to make her look bad. Later, Juliet spots the results, shocked Vivian as the chosen soloist. Her jealousy now intense, Juliet switches pieces again during practice. Roger confronts her, stating his advice was for her own good. He says her ambition is too much, suggests a music teacher gig. But Juliet fires back, saying she gave it all for piano, no way she's settling. When she learns Roger chose Vivian in auditions, their argument explodes. She rips into his failed career and Roger's hand makes contact. He is suspended for misconduct, avoiding termination. Principal Gordon assigns her a temporary tutor, but Juliet requests Dr. Holloway. Later, used tampons appear in Juliet's cubby. She confronts Vivian, accusing her of planting them. Vivian shrugs it off, calling them even. During practice, Dr. Kask tells Juliet she almost matches Vivian, but not her fire. He says Juliet plays as if the devil nears, while Moira played as if the devil was already there. In her dorm, Juliet opens Moira's notebook. The writing's backward. She holds it to the mirror. The text flips, meant to be read backward. Alexis' words about Moira being ambidextrous click. She deciphers the path, invocation, certainty, victory, culmination, purification, and a torn page marking the 6th. Later that night, her phone wakes her. A yellow light pulses, revealing a grinning, ghostly Moira. It's only a nightmare. Max invites her to a college party. He offers her drugs. She's hesitant but goes along. Overwhelmed, she backs off, then catches Vivian on the phone, hinting at cheating on Max. Vivian ends the call, bails, clueless Juliet overheard. Max, hunting for Viv, lands on Juliet. A connection forms as they talk. Juliet reveals her dream of being a pianist, strangely guided by Moira's notebook. Her playful words hint at a kiss, but Vivian hears every word. Their argument erupts. Juliet flees to the cliff's edge. Vivian steps out, then plunges. Juliet stops Max from falling, calling for help with a cry. She then wakes at her desk, unsure how she got there, staring at sketches she doesn't recall drawing. The notebook is open to a page showing victory, featuring a drawing of Vivian post-fall. She flips back to the certainty page, where a sinister hand eerily resembles Roger's. At school, Wilkins calls her to the office. Vivian waits there, arm in a cast. Gordon explains Vivian's suspension for breaking curfew. Vivian's broken arm means Juliet performs the concerto solo instead. Later, Juliet finds Vivian crying. Vivian blames Juliet for letting her fall. Their connection breaks. Later, Juliet calls Max to talk about Moira. She tells him the notebook's pictures come alive, guiding her. She then reveals Moira's father set their home ablaze with himself inside, and her mother fell into a coma after a ski crash. Max thinks Moira was dealing with a lot, using her art to cope. He figures her suicide stemmed from all that trauma and being alone. Juliet then tells Max Vivian was unfaithful. He confronts Vivian publicly, they argue. Juliet watches from her window, a faint smile. During concerto practice, Juliet's bench breaks, and she hits her head on the piano. Cask slides her an ice pack and his number, saying, "Call if she needs anything." But Juliet then asks Max to their birthday. Leaving her practice room, she's pulled back to the chamber, the spot where Moira died. Out of nowhere, Max shows up, telling her he and Vivian are no longer a thing. They make love. Max slid the pickle inside her honeypot, and the girl let out a deep moan. She flips him over and then rides him like a horse. Max quietly slips away, instantly regretting it. That night, the twins' parents argue with Dr. Curl. Cask at their birthday dinner. They dismiss their daughter's musical dreams, stating no one will listen to classical music in the future. Dr. Cask, though, meets Vivian's gaze, calmly insisting real music will last, kept safe by those who truly value it. Vivian, enraged, throws the cake and splashes her drink in his face, then storms out, while Juliet's mother sees his drunkenness, so Doctor-ness. Cask offers to drive Juliet back to campus to boost her confidence for the upcoming concerto. Cask brings Juliet home, set to encourage her, but she completely misreads the situation, thinks has interested, and leans in for a kiss. Cask pulls away, his job suddenly at stake. Juliet confronts him, calling out his secret affair with Vivian. His phone number, the one she has, gives him away. He's been the one hitting up her sister's line all along. The real shock is actually in love with Vivian. A heated argument erupts right between them. Juliet snaps, stating she will succeed where he and Vivian want. She calls him a failure, like Roger. Dr. Cask fires back, saying she's already missed her shot. He points out that the best musicians master their craft when they're young. Juliet, full of sudden rage, throws his prize trophy into the fireplace. Cask fights the fire, yelling for her to go. Meanwhile, back at her place, Juliet realizes she's already hit the first 5 marks in Moira's notebook. But the 6th mark stays elusive. She settles at her table, pen in hand, an intense need to know its contents. Her hand moves, almost on its own, sketching the final mark. It shows a woman stepping from a cliff, and one word, sacrifice. Juliet screams, scared, burning the notebook in her sink. Showcase day arrives. She gets ready backstage. Wilkins lets her know Dr. Cask is out sick. Vivian shows up at Juliet's, calling her out on the deep beef. She asks if it's because Vivian's always been the main character. Juliet's reply is stark. She plans to outshine Vivian tonight, especially now her sister's hand is broken. Juilliard scouts are watching. Vivian counters Juliet won't get in, adding Juilliard sends no scouts. Vivian tells Juliet they're both a mess, but at least Vivian's busted arm explains her situation. Juliet, though, is just plain mid. Just before her turn, Juliet breaks down, bolting from the stage, crying. A brilliant yellow light then shines, as if beckoning her forward. She reaches the rooftop, moving to the edge, poised to jump. Then, in an instant, she stands on stage, completing her song to a thunderous ovation, exactly as she envisioned. But in reality, Juliet jumps to her death. Her body is never found. That final, fatal leap represents her last, true moment of victory. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you on the next video.